Covetousness, disguised as retirement. And Yeshua said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. And he spoke a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man, brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room to bestow my fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. Take heed, eat, drink, and be merry. And the father said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself, and is not rich towards the Father. Are you being deceived into prepare for your retirement where you can relax and live out your golden years? Oh, it sounds good, but it's completely unscriptural. And we'll discuss this next on this edition of the Sound Doctrine Ministries Spiritual Common Sense. Blessings to the remnant of the saints of the Most High. The more I follow the Messiah, the more I see that we are just a pagan nation. It was not meant to be this way, but there are always cunning men that follow Satan's lead that influence those that are trying to follow the Messiah and lead them astray. Yes, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, as it is written, 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, the 14th verse. It is so amazing that if we read this passage, that it is just a man setting up retirement for himself. This is what the world has taught us that we all should do as a person that is doing right for themselves. Yet, what does this say to me now? Is that anyone that follows this logic has no faith in the Most High that has been their everything all through their life. I mean, just look at what it is saying. Here is a man that sees his land is reaping abundantly. It is yielding so much that he has not room enough to receive it. Sound familiar? Yes, the windows of heaven are open to him for the Father's purpose. And yes, he could have easily been calling others to come and reap. It is too much for me, so that it should not go to waste or ruin. Come and take as you have need. But no, this man was selfish. He could not see how truly blessed that he was at the time. For not only did he receive such an abundant harvest, but he also had money in reserve. So much so that it was not a matter that he was able to tear down perfectly good barns and to build even larger ones to hold the fruit that he was receiving. This man was in such a blessed position that he could have been like Joseph, but his heart was not right. But in steps the Most High, who sees everything, including the hardness of our hearts. Even when we can't or refuse to see it from blindness or self, just as our system is set up for us in their con game and deception, for that's all that it is. Many have no clue how evil and sinister this government plan actually is. For they take money from the people for their hard labor that they are actually performing, the service we offer is real. Our work and sweat cannot be denied. But each and every week they utilize this gain in many ways, including letting it grow with interest and using it as buying power to do whatever they deem fit, which in most cases it is to give them as much of it as possible. The salaries that are received by these people for the little that they do is a spit in the face compared to the compensation that they give the masses for the real work and the accomplishments that they give. Then they offer the people a tax refund. In other words, we do not owe you. We only used your money for the year, but we gave it back to you. But let you borrow money from these same people, and you'll see the compound interest that is demanded from you to receive from the money that they have taken from you in the first place. Then, the retirement and Social Security they take, it is not volunteered. It is taken from you before you get your compensation that you've worked and earned. And you spend all your life preparing for your retirement when you can settle down and take it easy. What many do not understand is when you do this, after a long life of repeatedly getting up, doing productive things, that to sit down and do nothing is surely a way to leave here earlier than planned. But back to the biblical standpoint. Where is the loving your neighbor as yourself that we are commanded to do? When one will do as this man did and only thought about himself. Here is what our Father thinks about those who walk this path. But ye are they that forsake the Father, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spoke, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Father, our Elohim, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Father our Elohim shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name, that he who blessed himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Father of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the Father of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from my eyes. That's Isaiah, the 65th chapter, the 11th through the 16th verse. My brothers and sisters, it's like this. Do not follow man's guidelines, for in doing so, you have rejected the Father's will, and all your praises are in vain. We must walk in obedience, or we are lost. Do not believe the preachers of Satan that will tell you all you have to do is believe. For if you really believe, you would obey his commandments. Better yet, talk to some older retired people and let them tell you who their provider is. Blessings and peace to your homes.